little snail and Dolly the ladybird play with their forest friends in their happy little world. Dolly the ladybird and Berry the little snail, always fun games to play, always a brand new tale. Berry and Dolly say, what will we learn today?
The Ant Choir. The little forest friends decided to bid farewell to the year with a concert. Tomorrow's going to be the last day of the year, Dr. Owl announced. Everyone needs to be here by nightfall and we'll make music together. I shall be the conductor. The ant choir will sing and we'll accompany them on bells, rattles and drums, said Dolly the ladybird girl. But where will we get things like that from? We should make them ourselves, Flutter suggested. Come over to my house tomorrow and bring anything that might be useful with you. Conkers, pine cones, sticks. I've got a whole box of bells. I'll bring that too, said Iris the icebeetle. Hooray! That's a super idea, the others cheered. They all got up very early the next morning and met at Flutter's house. They started designing their instruments. They soon had lots of drawings of their designs. They all made different things. Dolly blew an egg, put rice in it, placed it between 2 spoons and wrapped sticky tape around the whole thing. It made a super little rattle. Bubble put little pebbles in a tin can. It was much louder than Dolly's. Stanley made a funny drum out of a round box, a few wooden beads, strings and a stick. Berry filled a cardboard tube with beans. Balthazar made a conker rattle. He drilled a hole in a handful of conkers, threaded them on a piece of wire and jangled them with pride. Flutter found some metal bottle tops, tied them on strings and then tied the strings to the end of a stick. It made a great clattering sound. They all practiced enthusiastically with their instruments and the whole house was shaking from the din when Iris walked in. I've lost my bells, she sobbed sadly. Let's go and look for them, Berry suggested. They'll be by the side of the path somewhere. All we have to do is follow the sledge path. They all set out into the snowy forest. They looked for the bells all over the place and searched every little bit of hill, but the bells were nowhere to be found. That's impossible! They can't have disappeared. Now there'll be no lovely bells at the concert. Oh, yes, there will, Berry reassured her. Don't be so sad, Iris. I'll go and fetch the wind chime that Father Christmas gave me. As night fell, all the forest friends gathered on the side of the hill. The only one missing now is Dr. Owl. We can't start our concert without a conductor, the Ant Queen complained. Here he is. Dr. Owl has arrived, Stanley shouted out, and he pointed into the night sky. Look what I've brought. My little bells. Did you find them? Iris asked, sounding a little surprised. Yes, I saw them twinkling down on the snowy ground and I picked them all up, the old owl said proudly. That's why we couldn't find anything on the hill, Iris chuckled, and she gave Dr. Owl a hug. The ant choir began to sing and their song floated up into the night sky. The fireflies rang Iris's bells, the others rattled their rattles, and music filled the forest. They sang and played until dawn the next day, and they all welcomed in the new year with friendly cheer.